and welcome to the Contentment Creator Podcast, the show designed especially for creative entrepreneurs just like you who are committed to a beautiful life that's rooted in courage and contentment, and that's blooming with creativity and prosperity. I'm your host, Ellen Broen, a certified life coach, a singer, a mother, and a lover of alliteration, dogs, and deep conversation. This show is designed to become a part of your daily routine to help you, fellow contentment creator, dig deep to clarify your life vision, catalyze your creative flow, and fuel your entrepreneurial fire in just a few inspiring minutes each day. Each Tuesday, we talk about creativity, and today's episode is all about using our creativity to affirm who our children are. We've talked about the magic of yes and before on this podcast. The power of responding to life with affirmation, expansion, and acknowledgement. We've also explored how deeply affirming and acknowledging our loved ones strengthens our relationships. And today, we're applying that to parenting. In The Conscious Parent, Dr. Shefali Tsabari tells a story that has always stayed with me. One day, when her daughter was very young, she excitedly brought her mother a $1 bill that was ripped in half. Beaming, her daughter told her mom that now they could share it. Now, if you're a rational, practical adult, as most of us try to be when parenting, your immediate instinct in this moment might be something like, "Oh no, money doesn't work like that, sweetie. If you rip it, it's worthless." And that was exactly Dr. Shefali's initial thought as well. But instead of jumping to correct, she paused. She took in her daughter's intention, not through the lens of adult practicality, but through the lens of a child's heart. And what she saw was pure generosity. So instead of saying, "Honey, that's not how money works," she responded by affirming her daughter's generosity, her kindness, and her eagerness to share. That small moment, it wasn't about money at all. It was about a little girl offering what she thought was valuable in the most loving way she knew how. That story stuck with me because the wisdom of it cuts deep. As parents, it's far too easy to focus on the teachable moments in ways that correct or redirect our children, showing them how things work, how things should be done, what's right and wrong, what's appropriate, not appropriate. And obviously, teaching and correcting our kids is part of the job. We can't let them run through the grocery store like feral raccoons and decide that traffic laws are just a suggestion. But here's where the magic of yes and comes in. Because alongside those moments of necessary correction, we also have an opportunity to affirm who our children are, not just what they do. To acknowledge their core self-identity and natural strengths. To say yes to the qualities they're displaying before redirecting the behavior. When we immediately jump in with correction, we might be teaching them something useful, but we also risk missing something bigger. The truth is, kids are always showing us who they are. Their wild ideas, their acts of generosity, their experiments, their strange and beautiful logic, it's all part of their unfolding self-concept. And our words, our responses, they shape that self-concept. Let's say your child tells you they want to build a rocket ship out of cardboard and fly it to the moon. Our response might be, "Oh, honey, that's not really possible. Rockets are huge and take a lot of fuel and engineering." But a yes and response might be, "Wow, you have such a big imagination. I love that you think that's possible. What do you think you'll need to build it?" The first response, while practical, shrinks the moment. The second response expands it. It keeps curiosity and creative thinking alive. Or imagine your kid is trying to help you carry groceries inside, but they drop the bag and spill everything all over the floor. A correction first response might be, "See, that's why I told you to be careful." And a yes and response might be, "Thank you so much for helping me. That was really thoughtful of you. Let's pick these up together." The correction first response focuses on the mistake. The yes and response focuses on the intention. the thoughtfulness behind the action. Children are constantly gathering information about themselves, about who they are, what they're good at, what's possible for them. And they aren't just absorbing what we tell them, they're absorbing what we reflect back to them. Every time we yes and their natural qualities, their generosity, their curiosity, their leadership, their creativity, we're helping them see themselves clearly. And here's the thing, that doesn't mean we don't correct. If a child rips up a dollar or spills groceries everywhere, sure, we'll eventually have to explain how things work. But what would it be like to pause before we correct? To first affirm something beautiful we see in them? Because at the end of the day, our children will hear plenty about what they should and shouldn't do from the world, from school, from every system they'll eventually engage with. But who will tell them who they are? That's the part that's ours. That's the opportunity. And that's the gift of creative conscious parenting. So today, as you move through the little moments with your child, just notice. Notice when you feel the impulse to correct first. And maybe, just maybe, take an extra beat before you do. Find the yes before the and. Because when our children feel seen, truly seen, it lays the foundation for the confidence, creativity, and self-trust they'll carry with them for the rest of their lives. Thank you for being here with me today. Tune in tomorrow as we discuss how to break the parenting patterns of previous generations without losing that thread of relationship and community. If you enjoyed today's episode, please show your support by leaving reviews and comments. It would truly mean the world to me to hear from you. And hit that subscribe button so you never miss a day. And join me in my mission to help a world full of content creators become a world of contentment creators.